All right, good morning, everybody. Give me a couple moments. I'll be on in a minute or so. All right, so let's get into it today. As you guys can see, here is a chart of the futures pulled up, and you can see price on the daily is moving up in a rising wedge pattern. Typically, with rising wedges, many of them will fall out of the wedge. But again, got to watch and see. You can see prices at all-time highs and resistance levels. So we got to see if price can get above that 29.69-ish level, and then obviously just get it in your mind. If you're new, 3,000 is going to be very, very important. Those whole dollar amounts, especially at all-time highs, that'll be resistance up next if it can get above 29.69 level. So you have kind of a rising wedge, and then you can also see maybe there's kind of a V bottom. But also, what's up, Dom? How's it going? Possible cup and handle-ish. So, if this falls out of the rising wedge, look at these moving average lines as support levels. So, it could pull back to, let's say, the 9 or the 13 EMA and form a handle before it goes and breaks out. Got to watch and see. The market is green on the day today, but as you can see, these levels of angular support and resistance very, very important to keep an eye on. So obviously, if you're bullish, you want to see it get above that 29.69 level. All right, so let's get into it. Again, just show you guys this daily. If you go over to our website, each day we do post trade ideas gappers over here in the morning by 9:15. So right underneath scanners, you'll see trade ideas gappers here, as well as our watch list. So if you're new, we highly suggest trading our watch list before you ever trade low floaters, because low floaters are extremely volatile. So we suggest doing a combination of our watch list and trade ideas. Our watch lists move like crazy. I'll bet money excuse me, that by the end of the day today, one or two of these will move really well. Happens like clockwork. For those that were watching on Friday, GBTC took off from our watch list, and then there was also another one that had a decent move. I forgot which one it was at the end of the day. Just have a 5-minute chart set up, which I'll show you guys, and just watch for these to break out. So you'll see what I do, and I'm going to go through them, is I just have a 5-minute chart set up like this. And I just take ones from our watch list and just let them sit here and let the patterns play out, connect the trend lines, look for the patterns, and then just watch for the breakouts. And while everybody's distracted by the low floaters, I'll just bet money one or two of these will move today. I bet one will go really good, one will probably be pretty decent, and then you'll get kind of like a couple ants. So just by leaving this chart set up, I'll bet you again, one will run this morning and then one or two will run this afternoon. It just happens like clockwork. So keep an eye on our watch list, guys. Very, very, very important. Can't stress it enough. So from our watch list, you'll see I have them loaded in over here. We do a mix of penny stocks under $1 and then stocks up to $20. So we'll take a look at TERV here for those that like penny stocks. You can see kind of a bigger overall cup and handle pattern. If price can get above 60 cents, watch and see if it can break out above that, kind of that 64, 65 cent area. I believe, I'm not sure, but I think TERV is part of the pot stock or marijuana stock sector. I don't remember. Yeah, it looks like it is. So keep an eye on TERV. Again, kind of a bigger cup and handle, history of pumping and dumping. So I'll see if this thing can get out and break out above 65 cents. Next up, WKHS, another kind of cup and then kind of handle within another cup and handle. I don't know why. There we go. Another kind of cup and handle-ish with inside a cup and handle. This one right here, Marsh, is WKHS. So if this can break out above 275, then watch for resistance around $3 and then that 329 level. So you can see kind of connecting angular support levels. You can see kind of right in here, if it can get above that 264-ish level, see if it can break out above 275. Next up again, $3 and then 327. Remember, you're not trying to hit home runs, guys. Like this is one right here, hardly any volume. Nobody's looking at it. Everybody's looking at trade ideas in the morning. This could be one of those ones, you know, if it breaks out and holds above 275, if this thing can run to $3, that's a 25-cent move, right? If you can go in and get 10, 15, 20 cents out of it, that's bad. That's not bad. You know, you can go in there and stay away from the herd on something that has an actual pattern that's not pumping and dumping. Right now, it's not looking so hot, but you can see it's at angular support. If it can continue up, again, needs to break it above that 275. See if it can continue. And again, it's kind of a medium float stock. So this were, again, if this picks volume up, you want to see volume at the open, you know, but many of these won't have much pre-market. And again, they'll stay off people's radar. One of the ones I'm really looking at today is Overstock. You can see overstock.com was getting buried. Moving average lines are pinching. It's hitting off of the 50 SMA. And you can see kind of at angular support right now. This 1230-ish level is the pre-market high. I'm going to watch this one, see if this one can grind a little bit earlier today, get above that 50. If it gets above the 50 SMA, this is one that might have a potential reversal and has a clear window for continuation potentially if it can get above kind of like this 1230. So basically I'm just going to have a 5-minute chart set up on this. Let this thing play out and see if it can get above. I ideally want to see it get above 1250, that $0.50 amount. But again, kind of a bigger name company. It's gotten buried. See if the pattern will play out, if it holds support, and just kind of let this thing grind up. See if it'll break out again, ideally above that 1250-ish level. So OSTK or overstock.com is definitely one I'm going to be keeping an eye on. Next up, UEPS. This is one that might be a sleeper. UEPS. So this one right here, you can see big volume day on Friday. It's right near that whole dollar amount. If it can get above that $4 level, it has some room to continue up. And you can see it's kind of forming a flag formation on a 5-minute chart. Again, barely any volume. That's okay. Wait for it to at open. If this thing can break above 4, get some volume and hold, this might be a sleeper with a medium volume stock. And let's look at the hourly. Yeah, it might clear. If it can clear and hold that $4 level, it has some room to run. JCI, let me see. That's kind of a bigger stock. Johnson Controls. Oops, no. Yeah, this one may be looking to break out right above that 40.28 marker. You can see right here at the pre-market. If so, you can see kind of a cup and handle potential breakout with that 41.50. I'd look at some resistance. So yeah, Johnson Controls, that might have a decent sized breakout. So look and see if it can get above pre-market high around 40.26. All right, so next up, so go back to UEPS. With this one, you want to see it get above $4. Might be bull flagging. If it can get some volume, basically just needs to get above $4 and see if this thing can run. And then you can see, oh, there's a gap there right on the daily between right up to that 450-ish level. So this could be one of those ones that's a medium float stock. If it gets above $4, you know, that thing might grind up and look for the gap between 415 to 450. That was definitely one to keep an eye on. Right. Next up, VSTM, kind of cup and handle-ish. A little bit funkier of a pattern right here. It's a little bit sloppy right now. Just kind of keeping this one off to the side, see if it can get above 205. Not really digging that one at the moment. Yep, I will take a look on ECOR. This one kind of has a tiny little bit of a, this one's not, right here, basically you need to see it get over that 230-ish level, that 20 EMA. All right, so right now it's not doing much of anything. You want to see it get above that 20 EMA level. What else we got? CIFS. This is a potential sleeper. I'm not a fan of tweezer tops. That's typically a bearish pattern, but you can see tweezer tops on the daily, but possible cup and handle on a 5-day, 5-minute, maybe setting up, and it is a lower float stock. So if this can get above that 240 level, this thing might have a pump, and then if it can pump up, watch that 200 SMA as a resistance level on the daily. So for the low floater fans, this may be one that might be setting up. EVH. Let's see here. This is one I definitely am keeping an eye on as well. I like this one with OSTK. Again, not doing much of anything pre-market, but that's okay. If this thing can get above that, it's already kind of gapping up above that 850 level. You want to see it break $9. If it can break $9, then watch for some potential movement up to that 20 EMA, up to 950. So you can see this one has some room to run. I don't like how it's gapping up the way it is right now. So it's kind of like all over the place right now, but I want to see this 9 EMA catch up, get it above $9. If it can get above $9, that thing's got some room to 950-ish level. Thanks, Tom. NERV. So NERV, let's see. So NERV's gapping up pre-market. This one's completely taking off at the moment. So kind of draw your trend line up like this. So this one's just completely flying at the moment. Look at obviously $8 right here. Just pretty much put a line right at $8 right there. That'll be resistance. It needs to get above the 200 SMA. NERV is kind of a lower to medium float stock. So there'll be a lot of eyes on NERVs obviously this morning. So if you like the lower floaters or the ones that are hitting trade ideas, definitely NERV is absolutely flying. But you got to keep an eye on the patterns, guys, right? Needs to get above $8. These ones that hit trade ideas, you're not, it's very not common. You're not going to get very good 5-minute setups, right? So if you're new to day trading, you want to have a good daily breakout, a good 5-minute chart setup, then look at your entry on a 1-minute. If you hit ones where all the herd are at in the morning, it's very rare that you get good 5-minute setups. You pretty much have to take it on a 1-minute and be super quick. So, again, we're not averse to low float stocks, but you have to know how to trade and day trade first before you trade low floaters. So, those that follow us, we encourage you to really trade our watch list, these medium to higher float stocks, learn how to scalp and get good first, then move over to the lower float stocks. As you can see right here, look at that line I just put at $8. It's already rejecting off of it. Doesn't mean it won't go and break out, but that's a low float stock right there. Hit $8. This candle hasn't even formed. This 5-minute candle hasn't even formed yet, and you have almost a 50-cent candle right there. You know, that's the volatility of these ones that are hitting the scanners. So again, you'll see ones that are just from our watch list. If you just kind of go over here, this is all you need to do. If you work a job, you know, you can still day trade and trade 5-minute setups. Look at ones from our watch list. And like I said, just test me on this. Take all of the ones on our watch list, and I'll guarantee you one, maybe two will do something really good today. Probably one in the morning and then one or two this afternoon. So you can see this one right here, WKHS, slowly creeping. See if that can break out. You can see UEPS kind of flagging near $4. You know, this CIFS may be creeping right near that 240-ish level. EVH needs to get above $9. It's a little bit overextended right now. I'd like to see a pattern play out. And Overstock right now is showing some weakness near support, so we'll have to see what happens there. But one of these, I'm telling you, will break out. Right, BLRX. Let me see, Marsh. Kind of garbage at the moment. Needs to get above 43 cents and then obviously 50 cents. If it can get above 50 cents, watch out for that 200 SMA right here around 60 cents. So you can see there's a gap on the daily between 46 to 71. If it can get above 43 cents, then again, watch out for that 200 SMA and see if the gap fills. I mean, just a garbage pattern right now, but SDPI. This chart's a mess. Yeah, complete mess. I don't like it. Just a complete roller coaster. So this is the stuff, guys. Again, some people love trading these ones. We're not huge fans of it. This is it's just all over the place. We try to keep people away from the herd. When you know how to trade, then you can go trade with the herd. We have our day trade room. You can go in there. We're talking low floaters all the time. But if you're new and you're new to trading, stay away from the herd. Practice. Know what you're doing first. Unless you're paper trading and you're trying to learn, then that's okay. Have a combination of some low floaters with our watch list. So that would be like take a NERV in your paper trading account and have it pulled up with our watch list and look for it. Like if you're looking at this chart and you're new and you don't know what these patterns are and you're trading with real money, you're going to blow up your account. So if you're listening to some guru, in some trade room, getting in a trade and you're trading with real money and you don't see how price is overextended here, you don't see that it's near a whole dollar resistance amount, you don't realize that it has to break and get above a whole dollar amount and hold at pre-market. If those are things you're not aware of, and you're trading with real money, that's a perfect way to blow up your account. And that's what happens over and over and over again. So that's why we're teaching you guys, again, take our watch list, look and see. You'll see there's going to be patterns. Look right here. Here's NERV pre-market. I'll show you an example before you go. Here's NERV pre-market, patterns all over the place, right? Go to our watch list and take a look at stuff like WKHS. It's not really, nothing's really going on, but it's kind of in this range, right? It's kind of holding support, possibly forming a pattern. It's not just all wonky, right? OSTK, it looks like it's moving like a regular stock, not pumping and dumping. You know, you can see there's stuff going on over in here. UEPS right here, kind of flagging. It's possibly setting up a pattern. VSTM, not doing a heck of a lot right now. This is kind of a weird one, but again, it's still doing something right here. I can kind of come in here and I can say, okay, well, maybe I'll connect my angular support. So maybe this will form an ascending triangle breakout. Got to watch and see. CIFS. You can see this is a lower float stock. So this is going to be definitely a little bit more all over the place. If this can break out, it needs to get above that 240-ish level. But you can see the difference between these low floater setups and then come in something like EVH. The stock's gotten buried. You know, if it gets above the 9 EMA, might have some room to run. Maybe possibly setting up pre-market. So this is the difference between these medium and higher float stocks compared to the low floaters. All right, guys, so if you're not a member of our community yet, come over to our website. The link will be below. We are the Bullish Bears. We have day trade room, swing trade room, futures room. We do trade alerts. We do our daily watch list. Make sure you bookmark these links right here. We have several $1,000s worth of free courses. We did just add our, right here, advanced options course. We will be adding an additional penny stocks course to complement our day trading course here. And we have our trader ideas gappers right here every morning. So we are a full-scale trading company. We do live streaming right here every morning. So I'm just going to let you guys go. You have a wonderful rest of your day. And the link will be below if you want to try us out. Enjoy.